Okay, welcome back to NwN2 Let's Play. By myself, Thriflin, Luke Green, however you want to call me. When last we left, I had gone way over time because I got caught up in messing around with the castle and new things and looking at the mountain of exotic ingots that were in the NwN9 guard tower that I built, and other such things. And what we were planning on doing, I believe, was heading to the Circle of the Mare to deal with the message that was brought for Elanee, our druid friend. And this is where I start to get nervous and worry about where my influence stands with her. If my influence is good, this will run one way. If my influence is bad, this will run another way. Yep. There's Dagon. Oh, wait. Bevel! I'm surprised I did not notice you before. You changed your clothes. I heard you were the knight captain of the keep, but it was hard to believe. Nice to see you, Meren. Bevel? I looked for you in West Harbor. I thought you'd been killed. No, I'd already left West Harbor. Guess I was on the road when it happened. I'd heard about the war, so I decided to don the gray and do my part. Georg was plenty steamed, but I kept thinking that West Harbor wouldn't really need me, not as much as you would, anyway. Never, near as I can tell, I must have left town just before they all died. I'm sorry about your family. I remember how my mother cried when I left. She was so sure she'd never see me again. I told her, Mom, I'll be fine. I'll be with Meren, I promise. I'll be fine. And I was right, but so was she. Have you heard about any other survivors? I don't think your father was there when it happened, Meren. He left town when I did, even walked with me a ways down the road. Hardly said a word, and he wouldn't tell me where he was going. He just disappeared in the swamp. Yes, well, he's sort of standing right over there in the tall grass, pretending I can't see him, so I can see what you mean. I'm not sure about any other survivors. Tarmos, maybe. He came to my mother one night, very late, and said he had some arcane way out of town. I guess he was offering to take us with him, but he didn't know where we'd end up. Mom said he was crazy and tossed him out of the house. I didn't see him around town after that. How did you find out about West Harbor? It was just rumors at first, and I didn't believe them, but then that companion of yours, Bishop, he calls himself, he said you'd been there and seen for yourself. After that, I didn't see much point in holding out hope. What will you do now? Kana's been having me patrol the walls, but I think she plans to make a sergeant out of me. Seems militia experience is in high demand here. I'll remain here, Meren, for as long as you have a place for me, you have my vow on that. Okay, I just had a beep, which you may have heard, so I'm going to pause the fraps for a moment, and my timer. Let me pause the timer first, and then pause the fraps, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and I'm going to go over here and start the timer again, resume. Okay, so we were just talking to Bevel, and I think we can find him as a sergeant now. Okay. And there is a small mountain. Hey, why weren't you following me? Right click, right click, right click. There we go. Issue command, follow me.
I will take the lead.
All it understands that it should follow. Okay. Oh, wait. There is a way to do emotes that I found out before I stopped playing. Not Z. Z shows everything that you can interact with. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I'll have to find that somewhere. Okay. There are limits to how many we can train. We've recruited so many new soldiers, I fear our overall training is slipping. If you want them to keep their fighting edge, you should assign the men to training and drills at the keep. Give me a report. Unit strength is average. We're still at best of the best. That it won't actually fall. We have a good number of gray cloaks, and volunteers, and recruits. Excuse me. 26 merchants, 36 peasants. The keep has 16,000 gold. Okay, what? Yep, we have 2 sergeants. Good. Received a message from Captain Elanee in NwN2. She is requesting that we reassign several of our men to her. The city is apparently not faring well throughout the evacuation. She needs every hand she can get. Looting and rioting could devastate NwN2. How many men does she want? She is requesting 10% of our men. Some of these are to replace watchmen she has lost to Crossroad Keep. Many left the watch to work with you, especially after you were knighted. So basically, they came to work for me, and now I'm going to tell some that, hey, can you go back and work for her, please? With the training you've given the cloaks, our men could help Elanee out greatly. The decision is yours. We can spare 10% of our men. That will help her. I just hope it doesn't hurt us too much. The men will leave on the morrow. Let's see. I want to organize the men. We'll have them patrolling for a little bit. Let's patrol the roads. Okay. And let's talk about sergeants. How what do you want to know about your troops? Tell me about Bevel. He said his only experience was at West Harbor was in the militia. If all harbormen are as tough as you and he, what would I would give to have more? He's experienced in combat and he has natural skill at leading men. He'll make a capable sergeant with training. But more than training, there are undercurrents in him. He wobbles like an ill-balanced blade. If those are addressed, he'd become even more capable. What's he being trained in? I had planned to train him to lead the patrols on the high road, but as always, if you have other orders. No, I'm going to actually train him on the road patrols and getting merchants to pay their tithes. We want to make sure the road patrols encourage more merchants. Sure, the high road patrols encourage more merchants to use them. He could lead the patrols in the countryside. Well, he should be trained for that. We wanted to train on the high road. Patrols. I'm going to put him on the high road and encourage more merchants to use them. I can see your point, Captain. I believe he has a way with people. Are you sure about that? The training, Captain? Once he's trained and assigned, we can't effectively put him on something else. I'm certain. Excellent. I'll see to it at once. What do you want to know about your troops? What are the standards of recruiting? We only accept the best of the brightest. We get few recruits, but each one can be trained to become formidable warriors. I want to stay that way. I don't want to change any standards. Okay. How battle ready are we? Each member of the Grey Cloaks is well versed in matters of warfare now. They aren't as capable as squires and certainly not as knights, but they are very skilled and disciplined. The men have unified and are in extremely high spirits. They are eagerly look forward to the next assignment and challenge. You've seen to equipping the men better. Thank the gods for that, but a proper soldier needs proper equipment. Grey Cloaks are notorious for being lax and having their share of bad apples, but the Grey Cloaks here uphold the peace well and rarely get into trouble. Some of this, I believe, is due to your example. See on my report, Captain. Do you have any more questions about the men? Okay, let me... Farewell. Let me get another report. It's not enough. Nothing would have changed. Recruiting, patrolling roads, and there's her. Forget her name. Take me someplace. We are going to go to the path which leads out of this area. Follow me! Why is she got her name changed to Wolf's Minion? She used to have a name. And it's been a while since I played, so I can't remember it. Okay, right now it's just me and Elanee. I don't really want Bishop. On this scene, let's do Mishka, Kelgar. I don't really want Bishop. Who do I want? I'll bring Casimir. That is a lot of fighting. A little bit of magic. Some healing. Let's bring Grobnar. Here we go. Where is the Circle of the Mirror right now? It is there. What is this? That is the Ironfish Stronghold. What is this? That is Highcliff. That's where we need to go for the that's Port Last. Imber. Merchant Quarter. So, Circle of the Mirror. Here we go. We've got to keep our eyes open for any ore, since we've run out of all the ore we identified in Act 2. We need to find ore in Act 3 now. And I'm probably going to give it to the lady, because that half-orc is a little bit acerbic, to put it mildly. Whoa! We've had two, and there's Bishop, who came with, even though I didn't want him to. What's your recommendation? Of course, Charisma plus 20. What is your recommendation? All those crafts. He is a craft maniac. If you can hold out till you get Grobnar, you don't need to practice most crafts. What's your recommendation? Dirge and mask your moderate wounds. That's actually fairly neat. Is there anything else here that's useful? What does Dirge do? All enemies in the area of effect suffer 2 points of strength and dexterity damage each round. If the enemy leaves the area of effect, the strength and dexterity are restored, but I suspect that... Oh, it's evocation. That might actually work on undead. Okay, we will keep with that. And Bishop. I do not like you. Recommend. Oh, you still level up, because I don't play you very often. Outsiders, yep. Mobility, okay. I'm just going to let you pick your basic, because I don't like using you. Dexterity. Hide. There we go.
What do you need?
What do I need indeed? I think I need this to be a little bit louder. I turned it down because it was way too loud, but I think that's just the intro scene. Okay. Okay, here we go.
You can almost feel the shadows in the air. If you stay still for too long, it's like they start clutching at you, trying to drag you down.
I do. We cannot stay here long.
Whatever the circle did, they must have found a way to shield themselves from it.
Or become
If
part
we
of
can
it.
find out how they've done it, then we can reach the Vale of Meren. I'm certain of it.
I hope so. This place really isn't very nice, and I wouldn't want to see it get any bigger.
Here's the gathering place. Now, hold on. Something's happening. I can just make it out.
So here is where we can find out just how well I've influenced Elanee.
I feel more at peace with each passing day. I know you sense it as well, NwN. Will silence be your only answer?
Silence and contemplation is my only peace in this place. Do not forget, I am your captive, Vashni.
We keep you here because we believe in the circle. In time you will see that we are right. And when the shadow has passed, you will feel one with the land again.
This isn't the mare anymore. You treat the shadow as if it were a passing mist. You fail to see how it now hangs upon you, upon this whole place.
We are caretakers of this land, and we cannot abandon it.
We're caretakers of a graveyard. Free me from this prison, and let's stop the decay from spreading.
Elders? Is it you?
They're finally going to notice us?
Elders, forgive me for not seeking you out sooner. I thought you had all died in the claimed lands. How did you...
Who are the ones who follow you?
We're here to seek your help.
Elanee, who are they?
They are my allies, my friends. They helped me reach here.
They have the stench of civilization and war upon them, as do you.
Our path took us to Neverwinter and through many battles. But this is the one from West Harbor, Elders. The one I had been watching.
The Shardbearer? You have brought the Shardbearer here?
She could never leave West Harbor and its people be, which was the problem before, I believe.
What? I think we all need an explanation here. We're here to seek your help, not question Elanee's actions.
Help you? We are but recently remade, and now the one who nearly shattered us has come to break us again? A circle is not complete when one of us is missing, or is too distracted with the trappings of civilization or its people.
Elders, please. I did not intend.
And even now, you defend yourself rather than admitting your negligence.
She might as well be one of the harbormen, and have shared their fate.
Your fascination with the Shardbearer meant that we were less aware of the changes coming to this land until they were upon us. We are fortunate this time that the land itself has chosen to speak.
They sound like, we came to fight a great evil. Okay, how does the land
Can you
speak?
not feel it in the air? A great storm is coming. It will rage across this land and scour clean the corruption of Neverwinter, of Luskin, of all civilization.
The King of Shadows. So you know the threat.
You think that you can give name to such a force? As if the winds were to care or think.
Since when were roving shadows natural?
Shadows are a part of the cycle of life and death, just as we all are.
I think
We do not all have such narrow views of
I
nature.
think you missed an operative word there. You speak of a common foe. We came for your
Who
help.
are you to ask of us? You carry within you the very symbol for your civilization's capacity for destruction.
Elders, this King of Shadows, it poses a threat to us all, not just cities and towns.
Have you ever seen this King of Shadows?
No?
Have you spoken with it?
No.
Then what is this king, other than a story used to explain forces greater than ourselves?
I think this is the part where I would say he is a former human who was transformed into a magical creature used to protect the lands of not Illusk, something similar. And then after the fall of magic, due to the arrogance of Netheril, he became an undead abomination. That's the King of Shadows. Fairly easy to define within the terms of Faerun. It's not really all that eldritch. If you were put it into Lovecraft terms, it would fit right in. It would fit right in with Cthulhu if you were to put it in a Lovecraft setting. But then again, a lot of the stuff in Faerun fits in right around the level of Cthulhu power. There's lots of those things going on at any given time. This is the circle, Elanee. They are truly blind here.
Surely you do not all share this view. I cannot be so removed from Merdelaine as to not feel its pain even now.
No, child. You are not alone.
Elder Nathan?
Elanee, the shadow is anything but natural. I don't know if Mère Delane can be saved, but I know that we cannot accept it. We must not...
Perhaps I have misjudged your value, NwN.
What have you done to him? Is this how you convince members of your order?
For a druid of power, living within the folds of a tree is nothing. As the land changes, we must change with it, Elanee. Stop clinging to what the mare was, and accept it for what it is now. Your friends will never see as we do, but it is not too late for you. Come back with us and help us weather this storm to its completion.
Do you truly think what is coming is for the best?
I'm getting the feeling I have good influence with her. Listen to me. Vashni's right about... Lonnie. Listen to me. Vashni's right about one thing. The mirror's time has passed. Lonnie, we must stop the circle now. Are you with me?
You're right. They're speaking madness.
Then you are lost to us forever. I am sorry, Elanee, but we have no choice. And you, Shard-Bearer, you have been allowed to spread your influence for far too long.
I'm sorry to see that even the circle has been corrupted. I take no joy in this. Okay, so we got a ton of druids and a dire bear. This is probably not going to be too much of a trouble.
Yeah? Luskin bred bastard!
I don't think any of these are Luskin bred. Ishka,
Of course.
you're already casting.
Some fights cannot be avoided. Into the fray!
Oh, she cast the insect swarm. They're summoning giant rats.
This wound won't heal soon.
If you've been doing your crafting, I am badly wounded in Elanee and Grobnar both.
By the shadows of Meren Delane.
Elanee, don't you? Yes, you do. Oh, you're casting Regenerate. Okay, cool. What's in here? You do not have anything. Okay. So, Grobnar is down.
That is certainly possible.
Okay. There we go. That's perfect timing. It is done. The circle is dead, like the mare. What's happening? I think NwN is being freed. What happened here was unfortunate, but your actions were the right ones, Elanee. The circle was dead long before you arrived. Don't be unsettled by Vashni's words. I believe you have seen things more clearly than any of us. What will you do now, Elder NwN? I do not know how much is left for you to watch, not any longer. I don't know. The circle is gone, as is the mare. But much remains untouched. The King of Shadows won't stop with the mare. We could use your help. Vashni was right about one thing. You are, in many ways, the root of these troubles. When the swamp last burned, the shard in your chest made a black mark on the earth. However, the conflict ends, I know you will be the center of it. My place, however, is with what remains of the mare. Before I go, tell me, why do you continue to carry that burden in your chest? The shard may have brought ruin, but it can mend things anew again as well. Perhaps, but can it mend the wounds of the land? Some things can never be undone, though you may strive to do what is right. Farewell, Elanee. Looks like we must all find a new path. Farewell, Elder. I'm just NwN now, Elanee. You did much here today, and I think we may speak as equals. Let's go. Oh, that was Elanee, not NwN. Okay, no alliance with the Circle of the Mare. Black Soul 6. I have not... Ugh. Yeah, that's an evil thing. Enhancement +4 vampire regeneration. That's not something you would usually find on a... Nor is that on a druid. That's an iron breastplate. Okay. What kind of druids were we talking about here? What's this? Chainmail plus... that's another thing you don't expect to find on a druid. Scimitar. Okay, silver ring. I don't particularly understand why they have this thing against metal armor. I mean, it's no less... You would think they would want to... That metal armor wouldn't... Well, you're not allowed to rest in this area. You would think metal armor would be more amenable to them than hide armor. Because it's like, oh, you killed an animal for that armor! Blah! Whereas, oh, you dug that metal out of the ground and melted it and pounded it into shape. Okay, fine. We are going to go to Crossroad Keep. Encountered something on the way to the destination. Oh, I better stop the video and start a new one. Assuming it lets me. In fact, I will do that right